All right. Hey, Flint the Whistle. Thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome to Hooglandia. All right, so green-red seasons. So seasons in this case refers to seasons of growth year. Remember, a creature enters the battlefield under your control. Scry 1. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, you get to draw a card. So notably, we have 4 Rimrock Knight, some Domri's Ambush, a couple of Collision Colossus here. Is that it? Are we only on... we got 4... I think I'm going to go up a Domri's Ambush here. Not playing 4 Ambush seems loose. So this card is just an especially good removal spell in general with our large creatures. We got a couple of Chandra here, which notably Chandra is sweet with seasons because she provides an endless flow of creatures, which allows us to have lots of ways to trigger the scry. So let's go ahead and give this a go. We played something close to this once before on stream and it felt pretty reasonable. It's one of the decks that's up on my website. So let's dive it into a few matches here now that we're on the Mythic ladder and see if it still feels okay or not. Thanks for reliably and consistently amusing content. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Hey, Necker. Thanks for the half a year. Welcome back to Hooglandia. You lost to time. Were you playing a Golos mirror? Were you having connection issues? Or were you just doing something else while you played? Yeah, this seems pretty good actually, right? I got Innkeeper plus these two. Let's lean on this, see where we end up at. Huh? I could just get my second red source here. I'm gonna take Lovestruck Beast here. This might be a little greedy, but like I've got 2 of them. On the play especially, we probably get to beat most decks down with this. Oh, we're playing against Croakies. I missed that. My sequencing here is technically incorrect. I should attack first, but they're not trading, so it doesn't really matter. Golos, how did you know? Because those games are incredibly grindy. If you're not someone who's used to playing quickly, you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, the constructed playables in this set are super mythic heavy. Do you have a rider to kill my Innkeeper? Looks like it. Hey, Cassidy, thanks for the Prime support. Yeah, restart early and often is definitely a decent motto to have. There is a once upon a time in the bin that Chandra can flash back here down the line. We're probably just playing on a parade of these creatures, though. Our opponent's deck definitely generates a lot more value than ours, so we certainly want to just be the beatdown in this matchup. Did they announce no changes? I'm still getting access denied here. As is Peak WotC plus tech. Yeah, that link gives me... Oh, no changes in all formats. It's up now. Yay! Do you see the Atlantic article about Trump not being fit for office? I did not, but I didn't need an article to tell me that either. Thanks to the biddies, Manatithe. So this puts them to 10. Was that a good draw? What do we think about that one? So we're down to 1 now, and we have a Chandra in hand. This seems like a really good castle deck. And like I mentioned when we started, like, you know, if we're going to win a matchup like this, it's likely from running them down, right? Like, as we can see here, Croakies has, 6 cards in their hand. Yeah, lands are good draws and spells are good draws next turn, which is sweet. It's a good place to be. Putting them to less than 3 means that they can't cast Murderous Riders front half to kill our 5/5, which is great. It goes into personality disorders. Okay, that's actually a great draw, right? Because I get to Chandra, make 2 1/1s, and then still activate the castle.
Hey, these little guys are great.
These little guys are great. So they're dead. They're dead to these, right? So they gain 2. And then they die here. They also lose 1 from the Midnight Reaper too. What do you mean? Trump has a very good big brain. If you don't think Trump has a very good big brain that's just smarter than everybody else, you're probably one of them super biased liberals. Thanks for these 17 months there, Alec. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me around. Very, very stable genius. All right, so I think on the draw, especially here, I want to be a little bit more interactive. It's also possible that because he's playing a Questing Beast deck, that Chandra Acolyte of Flame is not worth having in our deck. Veil looking excellent here. Yeah, I suppose they're probably going to have more removal post-board, huh? I don't know if I want all 3, but at least 2 seems fine. Do I want this card on the draw in this matchup? Maybe I just want to pull up here a little bit. Do something like this. This seems fine. This is for the Naya Phoenix. Polly, just to confirm, you're saying Naya Phoenix again. Do you mean Temur blue, red, and green? Because you linked a Temur deck list in the deck queue. So I just wanted to confirm that you mean Temur. Oops, I totally do. Sounds good. That's why I said the colors out there. So yeah, that's not a problem. That'll definitely get added. Hey, thanks for the 12 months, Genesis. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Oh, you already got one. Silly twitch in there. The way they update. Lucky Clover is pretty scary. Is it scarier than Scary Terry? A little bit. So I'm kind of expecting Murder Knight here. So I think because I'm expecting Murder Knight, I just want to Rimrock them. I could also Domri's ambush here. And if they Murder Knight me in response, they lose their Murder Knight. Let's just do this. Yeah, so it smelled like Murder Knight, but I think I'm okay with this exchange overall. I think I also could have just ambushed there. Hey, Dalen. Thanks for the 11 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. If they have a second QB here, yeah, we're probably going to lose this just by virtue of being on the draw. That's fine. That's just like how this format goes. That's how Magic goes. Magic has a pretty huge bias towards play versus draw. This game is peak standard. I don't know that you could call any game that doesn't involve... I don't think you can call any game that didn't involve Field of the Dead peak standard at the moment. That's kind of like our defining card. Yeah, there's no Field or Oko in this game. Yeah, Questing Beast is a good card and definitely a format staple, but I think Oko and Field are a little bit more representative. I think we're dead. I don't know, it depends on what else they have here, huh? Yeah, they're still at 14. Will I be adding Golos to Yarok Field? No, they're different decks. I forgot that ambush hurts me on that card. I think we're dead regardless there, but we're definitely dead in the case of that. All right. Bonecrusher doesn't care whose bones he goes after. He's just in for bones in general. Not too picky about whose he's grabbing. That's a good hit. No, the ban list update's already up. It's no changes. Disfigure on one's very good here. This deck seems bad. Your comment seems bad. Take a 10-minute break. Lazy comments like that are not welcome on my channels, in case you're new here. You are allowed to critique and criticize things that we play, but you need to be constructive and helpful while doing so. And if you're not, you're going to take a 10-minute timeout.
You want to play with fire, huh? This is just gonna be bad for you.
Yeah, it's funny. I was actually thinking about playing some Paper Modern, and no changes in all formats means I just get to cross that right off my schedule.
Let's light it up.
I mean, so they get to double Murder Rider here, but they're going to take 4 to do that. So, maybe we can run them down.
This is a waste of my time.
Alright, they're choked on mana. Choked on mana could be a saving grace for us.
I learned a bunch of new burn spells to try on you. Hey, these little guys are great.
Again, if this is a game we can win, it's going to be because we beat them down with cards in their hand, not by grinding them out. We're the aggro deck in this matchup. They missed a land drop last turn, so hopefully Chandra's not getting Questing Beast this turn. There's a very real possibility that pushing Chandra to 5 was correct there, though, in the event they had a Questing Beast. You could probably also make the argument, though, that, like, if they have Questing Beast, we're probably dead anyways. Now, I didn't want to rim job the Elemental because they have Murderous Rider in exile here, so if they play a 2-3 this turn, I want to rim job the Murderous Rider and kill through that. You cannot flashback adventures in your graveyard. These adventures are creatures everywhere except on the stack when they're being cast as instant sorcery. Thanks for the tier 2 resub. I really appreciate that generosity, Warder. Thanks for keeping me around. Wow, that's aggressive. Can I give Arena a timeout for crashing during my win every card event with my sword? Woof. Tough beat. Alright, so Rimrocks are lethal here. I never need more than double green, right? Questing Beast is lethal. Bonecrusher's lethal. Season of Growth. Alright, sure. Scry me a river, baby.
Guys are great.
All right, this gives us another chance to hit our live ones, right? Wow. Woof. All right. Well, so do I try and kill them here? Cuz I could rimrock this. Yeah, I think I just try and kill them here. All right. Chandra's Triumph's a good draw. Nah, I think I like rimrocking. Rimrocking here makes it so they can't cast this, which is nice. Are you ready? Bonecrusher's ready!
Planeswalk it off, Chandra.
Planeswalk it off, Chandra. Upstairs! This felt pretty reasonable. Huh? Take my ad bits for you calling Rimrock Rib Job. I do what I can. I do what I can. I think I'm happy with this. Let's keep playing. see how these go. The adventure sub-theme in this build feels sweet. The other build we played previously was a little bit like more all-in on seasons, and it was playing like Dreadhorde Arcanist. I kind of liked this configuration being like a little bit closer to a monsters deck with like Questing Beasts and stuff. Would you consider this to be more a linear deck or an aggro deck? Yes. I'm going to answer with yes. How is this deck beating Golos? By attacking them. Bloody Badger, thank you for the 3 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Mid-range. This is an aggro deck. Would classify this as an aggro deck. I'm pretty sure I mulligan this in the dark. I don't think I can keep a hand that just doesn't impact the board until turn 3 on the draw. This hand's much better. Easy keep. Opponent went to 5, it looks like. This was the Fires guy. Oh, I think you're right. This is the other reason I might play some constructed events is this happened Saturday night too. There's so few people in Mythic right now that we played against the same person 3 times on Saturday night, and it really was kind of annoying. Like, just from a like having a variety of gameplay perspective, we just didn't have that. You think all the people losing their mind about Golos Field? Yeah, I think so. I think people are like trying to outgrind the Golos deck and just like not realizing they can attack them. Come eat pizza. Let's make sure you've got a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate the 12 months of support. That's actually a good draw too. Just wanted to say thanks again for the Teamer Oko Friends list. Took down my double elimination champion at my LGS undefeated. Nice, Beansy. Yeah, the deck's very good. Yeah, the competitive events, at least for the first match or two, are sometimes a little bit less competitive. But we might do that just for the sake of getting some variety in. Yeah, I agree. And there are a lot of good tools in the standard format for making your mid-range decks aggressively slanted. And I think a lot of people haven't been leaning into those tools very well. Man, these Fires decks are like pretty embarrassing when they don't have Fires, huh? You can find my current preferred teamer list on my website, and to answer your question, it's kind of a mix of the two. Yeah, I think I'm in for Lovestruck Beast. Okay. Okay. So I think next turn I go Lovestruck Beast and then smash them. Actually, could they be dead here? If they don't block this, they say they block a 1 power thing. They take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm short on lethal. Right? So if they block a 2, they take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, only 11. I counted castle there, chat. I counted castle there. You are correct. Just hit Mythic this morning and played against nothing but discard aggressive mono. So I'm not complaining about the variety of archetypes. I'm literally talking about player variety, Secret Muffin. So, for example, this current opponent we're playing against, we played against this exact opponent. I think I'm bottoming this here, actually. I think I'm looking for, like, Domri's Ambush and more pump spells. So not even explicitly talking about like deck variety, because deck variety isn't something you can really control. Even if you hit different opponents, you could still lack deck variety. Playing the same people multiple times is what I'd like to avoid for content purposes. So this opponent does play Flame Sweep. So that could be very good here if they have it. Of course, they have fires, so like we get to know what they have going into it. So like, did you hit the Flame Sweep? That doesn't do it, right? This doesn't trample. So I believe they should be dead because they block 1, 2, 3, and then I have Fervent Champion and the castle here, and they can't play more spells. And they can only pump twice. And if they pump twice, we take 14 in the air and we're at 18. Even if they have another land, they only deal 16 in the air. Yeah, I agree, Bib. The way the current ladder is structured is not ideal. Yeah, you like hit the same people constantly, and like while hitting the same people constantly, you're like, I wish I could play. I wish my ladder rank wasn't so volatile. That attack literally leaves them dead on board, right? Like they just go block, block, and they die to these with the castle. That's kind of funny. Fibble Fit for President, thank you for the 6 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. And they can't cast spells on my turn because they have Fire's Invention out, so they literally just can't have anything here. I'm going to activate the castle so they die to first strike damage. I mean, they were dead to the castle even without that card, so. Definitely want my fries here for their Cavaliers. Collision Colossus is pretty good here too. Did I just trim a couple of Domri's ambushes? I think that's the case. Just like swap 2 of those. Just like run it back here. I wonder if I bring in these just because their questing beasts have to hit it, and that deals damage to them. I don't even know that Thrashing Brontodon's good enough, because a lot of the times I don't care about killing their fires. Like, once fires has been out, it's like reasonable. Yeah, 4-mana Chandra's probably too narrow. I don't know, we don't actually have that. We have a bunch of creatures that survive sweepers. So, like, I think I'm just going to bring in the 2 fries and call it a day. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to update the seasons list on my site to be something close to this. Have you gotten any requests for Modern Fires yet? I have not. Huh? Keep? I think. I'm like not excited about it, but that kind of sucks. I get to attack for 4 on turn 2, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I agree, Dude Light. It's probably very bad, but most of the cards people play in Modern are very bad, so you could probably win some games with it. Hey, I think we only won on turn 1 like twice this morning. Implying modern is fast. Sounds like some fake news here. Yeah, the fact that Questing Beast gives it to Root Snare is just such a good upside. I bet a Fire's deck could beat Blue-Black Fairies. Hey, Blue-Black Fairies as Brazen Borrower now. Thank you very much. I love that these auto-target when there's only one target. It's good. It's good QOL. Alright, well, that was a good draw.
It's better than having a plan. Basically, anything.
They have a Flame Sweep.
Do this together.
Oh, punished. Punished. Okay. Bad read. That's fine. We only missed 1 point of damage, and we pushed her up out of Questing Beast range, so I think that's still a W for me. Yeah, a lot of the people complaining about the Field of the Dead decks refuse to believe that attacking and blocking is a legal play in Magic the Gathering. My favorite competitive deck in the format right now is Teamer Monsters. Teamer Oko, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm actually going to send her up again here. I have a backup in hand. I can also down tick her and cast once. Maybe down ticking her and casting her. I feel like we're probably dead no matter how we slice this. Just because, like, they have 2 things in exile that are still pretty good here.
Chandra, remember that spell.
I think Chandra either goes up or down there. Just because I want to get value before Cavalier kills her, or I want Cavalier to take an extra attack to kill her. Another thing to consider, too, about people complaining about Field is one of the features, and we're going to call it a feature generously, of the arena economy is that it's expensive and difficult to change decks if you don't spend more money, right? So, like, people that constructed decks that have a bad Field matchup can't really just pivot, right? Like, you can't sell or trade out your deck to get something that's better against Field of the Dead. Like, if the thing you crafted to start wasn't good enough, you're just like, sorry, try again next time. If we hit a fry and they're low on gas, we could be okay here, but yeah, second Cavalier, I'm gonna take the next game on the play. Insert whale.gif, yeah. Yeah, if you have a lot of cards, there's a lot of good options. But if you don't have a lot of cards, you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, that's the Field deck, I think, was the easiest deck to build this season if you didn't have a lot of stuff. If you had a lot of stuff last season but don't have a lot of new cards. And, like, that's also true in paper to a degree, too. Oko, non-foil Okos were $40 this weekend. Questing Beast was $20 this weekend. Like, it's not cheap to get paper cards day one. Okay. Yeah, Paper Magic's incredibly expensive. A play set of Okos is basically like a play set of the entire format on Arena. Just to give people context who are not familiar with Paper Magic. I don't really have an opinion. My opinion is that Reanimator decks seem pretty medium right now because the payoff isn't that good. The Reanimator payoff's pretty mediocre in a field of Tefris and Okos. Is my thoughts on that. I played 2 Questing Beast in Modern Jund at the Open this weekend because I got them for Standard and wanted to meme. You finished 9th. Neat. Sure.
Revel with your king.
Revel with your king.
And free.
If I am being completely honest, I just, the reason why I just looked up the pricing of paper cards is because I don't know what it is offhand. So like, I would love to give you a budget deck list, but I genuinely don't know what Magic cards cost. Blissfully ignorant. It's possible I'm supposed to Lovestruck Beast here because this is their Questing Beast turn. So if they play Questing Beast, I'm going to be a little bit sad.
I invite you to change your ways.
Playing the Lovestruck Beast out would have made Domri's Ambush better next turn too. Weird play. Wonder if they didn't have the land already. Oh, do they have another Bonecrusher Giant here? So we're going to attack Chandra for weird. Do they have... What do they have? They have an Aether Gust? Okay.
Hey, these little guys are great.
Yeah, I think playing Chandra turn 3 was wrong.
Ooh, I feel so alive.
Obscene Sanity, thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Other cards that kill them. Rankle and Spawn of Mayhem are cards that kill them.
Welcome to the feast.
I feel like we're too far behind at this point, missing land drops. This depends on how good their leftovers are. Their hand could be bad. The fact they like played main phase Growth Spiral last turn is hopeful. So I think I want to just draw some cards here. So I think I'm going to Domri's ambush this Oko for 2, and then Chandra flashback, Domri's ambush the Oko for 3. And like they could kill my thing in response here, but then I still get to draw a card, so I like think that's okay.
Why do you cross me?
Tell me if you've seen this one before.
So they know about this questing beast.
Surely you see the humor here.
So like that turn didn't go great for us, but it's okay. Again, mostly depending on what they're like. Our cards to their cards, we're in an okay spot at the moment.
Let's walk it off, Chandra.
If like they have a bunch of Cavaliers left over, we're probably dead though. I didn't know temperatures could drop below 60. I'm in Chicago for a job interview. Better get used to that. Through the wonders of climate change, lots of wonderful sub-zero temperatures. Yeah, I think we're dead here at this point. Feels pretty dead at least. I went 12-0 in the special event with Teamer Agri. You've been tuning the deck sick. Nice. You are the 6th person to tell me you went undefeated or hit 12 wins with that deck. I think there's probably something there.
It's not poisoned. Trust me.
Yep. And like the answer to how our deck beats decks like theirs is get under them, right? So we were just on the draw this game and they had a fast Oko when we were on the draw. There's just not a whole lot we could really do about that. With our green-red deck, we just don't have a lot of interactive elements for what they're doing. Thanks for the 7 months, Sonorka. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So they could have denied me a draw, Alaric, but then I wouldn't have spent my mana. So they decided to make me spend my mana to give me a draw. I mean, at 11-2, you still get a copy. You get one copy of every card in the new set, right? We're going to wait 60 seconds and queue back into that same person again, and it's going to be real bad. If we queue back into that same person again, we're probably going to be done with the ladder for a couple hours. I would like a little bit of variety as opposed to just playing against their Teamer Brew. Their Teamer Brew is sweet, but I want to see my deck against a variety of things ideally. Down pair into diamond, and we lost the coin flip. Hashtag never lucky. And this is the other part about the ladder, right? So like they're in diamond, so if we win, we gain very little rank, and if we lose a ton of rank. Have I mentioned this ladder system leaves a lot to be desired? We are number 60. We started today at 30. I'm gonna take Bonecrusher. Alright, well, we didn't get turn 2 Oakode, so we got that going for us. The Royal Scions are very good, I agree. A phenomenal card.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel and worms rule. Let's broaden your existence. Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
Well, we didn't get Nissa there, so that could have gone much worse. The fact, yeah, actually, we're just dead, right? It just doesn't matter. I keep forgetting that this card hurts us when we target it. Just super awkward. Now we get to take a game on the play. Then we get to be on the draw against turn 1 Goose. And probably just die. I'm going to wait on this till after we draw next turn. We need to hit a land with this, then draw a couple of lands for our draw steps, and this hand's very good. There's a couple of ifs there. Alright, that's a good start. Looking for another land here. Perfect. So I'm plussing Chandra here because they can play Questing Beast this turn. So I'd prefer my Chandra not die to Questing Beast. That's why we did that. Speaking of Questing Beast, pretty sure we do this Oh, actually,
Hide in my fire.
I should have gone up again, right? Because these are free blocks. Yeah, so I just missed a loyalty on here for no reason. And they have 2 O3s.
Power surges through these lands. Harness the elements.
Open your heart to the magic that dances.
So I assume Questing Beast is about to get a downgrade here.
Go get 'em, buddies.
Are they dead? 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I have to kill their planeswalker.
You're
Do not
nigh to your
underestimate my
folly.
fortitude. My strength
You're a
fades.
tricksy one.
It's a shame. It's a shame that our beastie got elked. Otherwise, with Embercleave, he'd have done some major damage there.
Hey, go easy. I'm training here.
Surely you must be famished.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
So... I think we're just killing Broco. Probably should have ticked her up again here. Oh, I guess they're afraid of crushing beasts. That's fair. What is in their hand? Are we about to get, like, frilled mystic here? Is that what we're doing? Now, if they had frilled mystic, they'd probably block, right? Is their hand just a bunch of blanks? They are playing a ramp deck. Their hand could just be a bunch of blanks here. Is this card better than Bonecrusher? Because my questing beast was elked. I think this might be better than Bonecrusher here. This probably isn't good enough. I like Collision Colossus for punching over their blockers. Huh. You know what's something I actually haven't noticed yet this game? I was just looking at the land. There's only 20 lands in this deck. I guess our curve is kind of low. People really like being greedy. Play more lands, people. I think the people complaining about Field of the Dead in the format are unreasonable. This is a really good start for us if we find another land. Yeah, I'm okay with it being a forest, right? I would have preferred a mountain so I could rim job my knight next turn, but I think I want the guaranteed untapped land here. So if we're professional, we'll draw a mountain or a stomping ground next turn. So we can like play this and pump them when we attack, but alright. I've definitely gone to putting more lands in my deck since I started watching. Of course, I also love me some greedy decks. Thanks, Blake. I appreciate it. So I guess we kind of got punished for taking the forest instead of the Fabled Passage. Because if I had taken the Fabled Passage, we'd have 2 red right now, right? And I didn't use the untapped forest last turn anyways. Hey, Tross, thanks for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I messed up here. So I assume we're getting Nissa this turn. Yeah.
Shelter in my stewardship. Behold, nature's true power.
Right. Weird. Talking about that land count. I didn't pump the same knight twice there because I wanted to be able to kill the Nissa in the event that they blocked the same Fervent. In fact, event that they only blocked one Fervent Champion. We're talking about our land count not biting us yet. This is definitely a game where we're feeling that squeeze a little bit. I think especially with the castles in our mana base, it's actually probably be on like +2 lands. So they've got 6 mana here. Let's find out how good their leftovers are. It's a pretty good leftover. Would love to draw an untapped red source here so we can go Rimrock, Domri's Ambush, the Wicked Wolf. We're going to continue to struggle to hit our lands. One turn off, unfortunately. The good news is, this being their best play last turn is like, okay for us. Next turn, we can Fry plus Domri's Ambush. They meant they have something like a Hydroid Crisis. If they had a Crisis, they probably would have played it last turn, though. That's probably the game. That's just too much power, right? So we're going to 6 here. Alright, this can't block, so it might as well attack. So Domri's Ambush would have given us a draw, but Domri's Ambush wouldn't have killed anything that turn. So I don't think it's correct to play my card just to draw a card when I'm planning to use it as a removal spell at some point. Is the ideal situation. So now I have to decide, do I want to kill Tolsmere or do I want to kill the forest? I think the answer is I want to kill the forest. I guess even... maybe I do want to kill Tolsmere because it makes future wolves worse. Because they have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana even if I kill this. So I think I just do this. And then we can Colossus our first strike creature here to draw a card and eat this inside of combat. Hey, Gorks, thanks for the 15 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Now, the downside of this is if they have second Tolsmere, my play here is much worse. Because if they had second Tolsmere... Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. So... If I would have killed this, I would have been able to kill this with Fry, which is a big deal. So if they don't block, can I kill them? I don't think so, right? This is, I have, 6 in play, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just a little bit too far going here. God, if we'd have just had... if we'd have had more red mana. Very, very close. How many ranks do we lose losing to someone in diamond? Survey says 60 ranks. All right, let's add a couple more lands to this deck. What do I trim to fit some mana into here? Bonecrusher's actually been kind of medium. I'm also not sure how I feel about Flame Sweep in my deck that... I'm not sure how I feel about Flame Sweep in my deck that has a bunch of things. I think I might do this and add a couple of lands here. And Castle Embereth's actually been really good, so I'm going to go up a forest. I'm going to go up to a third castle and see how that goes. Hey, Boneless, thanks for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, maybe I just want untapped lands. Let's just add untapped lands. Two utility lands, 22 is probably fine. All right, let's try one more here. Need to remember to start checking the land counts in these decks. We're 2 for 2 on. I counted mana sources like I always do, but I didn't count the actual number of lands. And we're 2 for 2 on having land counts that are too low so far today. All right, this stands keepable because this is likely a land. El Dobolo, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. Thanks for keeping me around this month. Yep. You're cutting Bonecrushers. Is Innkeeper still worth it? I don't know. There's only 2 of him, and like having more 1/1s is good with the Lovestruck Beast too. And like remember, with Once Upon a Time, we kind of have like 2 or 3 more adventure creatures than our actual numbers say we have, just because we're gonna see them more consistently. Thanks for the quarter of a year, BD Boxers. Welcome back. Make a 4/4. Wow, that's super aggressive. I mean, I guess I still do this. Just gonna go ahead and face them here. Just get my shock in on my 3/1. Wow, getting the other one out of our hand is good. Feels amazing, man. This is it's an interesting choice. Not been impressed with this card in this format. There's just so many Arboreal Grazers. That's pretty diminishing returns. Notably, we're crushing before we play the Rimrock Knight because I don't want them to kill my knight with their Dreadhorde Butcher trigger. Because I've hit 5, and this is honestly, Chandra's another reason to play more lands in this deck, because like, I basically have a heads up removal spell, right? Like I can play Chandra and Domri's Ambush something, which is pretty good. I don't really want to just run this headlong into this. If we draw a land next turn, I can play this out, attack it in, and Colossus over it. So I go block here, pump this, kill Nissa with Questing Beast plus Bonecrusher next turn. I don't think there's any 2-mana removal spells that blow me out here. They could have a shock, so we trade. Oh, they have Assassin's Trophy. That's really good. Alright, so I'd love to draw another Collision Colossus here, or another Domri's Ambush. Champion at least is a chump blocker next turn. Hey, Philly was pumped. There was a Saturday night stream because I was expecting Skyrim. All right. Questing Beast plus Chandra having Collision Colossus might drag us across the finish line next turn. And they know about that. So actually, if this is a blank, they're dead, right? If this is nothing, and this is a removal spell, we're probably dead to rights, but for fuck's sake. Tank kill you is peak magic lettering. Oh, you're right. Chandra does not work with that. You are correct. It is the sum total of the two. So Veil of Summer sounds great. Brolig, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. I think I'm just going to bring in 2 of those over the 2 Bonecrushers. Bonecrusher doesn't kill a lot of their stuff. Chandra could have down-ticked for an ambush, yeah, to take this off the table. You should have gotten, like, little card pack things when you hit 12 wins and hit claim prize. Did you hit claim prize at the end? I'm probably going to go Fabled Passage Innkeeper here. And then we can Lovestruck Beast next turn. Leak Eater, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Welcome. Touch awkward that, like, I need double red for Embercleave, but I also need double green for Questing Beast. I think I'm going to hedge. I think I'm going to hedge and get green for Questing Beast here, because I have more red than green in my mana base. Embercleave also might be a card that I can't cast for a little bit. It's actually a pretty good draw, because it lets me next turn play Season of Growth, plus use Rimrock Knight to +2 attack and draw a card. Huh? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I wish I had another 1/1 so I could attack this in and trade it with the Rimrock Knight. I might also be right to, like, Questing Beast and not attack, so that way the following turn I can Embercleave them. The game sounds louder than normal. They're actually quieter than normal, because I had pulled the sound back when we played a YouTube video and then not adjusted it. No, Arena does not tell you what the current turn is. It's not something that the interface shares. I don't think I want to trade this for this with this in my hand, so I'm just going to attack with the Lovestruck Beast here. Would love an untapped land. That makes my rim job better next turn, so I think that's fine. Wife and I finally bought some paper cards for the set. I know, man. Are the alternate art cards kind of be? They are very well done. So this plus this is basically lethal, right? If I attack with everything here, the best they can do is go block, block, and then they die. Because the way Death Touch and Trample works, we need to assign 1 point of damage to their creature. So we get to Embercleave them. So this is going to go ahead and kill this, and then deal 4, and then deal 5, and then they'll die to these damages over here. Hey, Gorks, yeah. Have a sword. Thanks for the biddies. You didn't have to give me... You could have just poked me. If you poked me earlier, I missed it. Sorry. Do I want Chandra's Triumph? Chandra's Triumph kills Nissa land. It can potentially kill Nissa. It kills their Bonecrusher Giants. Maybe that's better than Veil of Summer. I'd like to be a little bit more interactive on the draw, as opposed to killing them. Yeah, I think I like this build better than the one with the Dreadhorde Arcanist that we were trying earlier. I'm guessing someone saw Can I Have a Sword and got excited. That's true. That's true. The mod on mod violence is strong. This is the tough game where we're on the draw. Easy mulligan here. Okie doke. I think it's the Fervent Champion. Can't confirm. I attack defenseless mods as a way to remind them of where we all came from. Yep. Lovestruck Beast is an excellent draw here. Perfect. Really solid curve. 1, 2, 3 now. Yeah, when we're low on cards right now, right? So like shipping our low impact cards when we're low on cards makes a lot of sense. This card is Dreadhorde Butcher is not impressive against our 1/1 for 1. Deal. Alright, well, we get to play Magic at least, which is all you can really ask for in a mulligan to 5. All hail the London mulligan. They have a trophy here, we could be a little bit sad. They don't have a way to get through the Lovestruck Beast. We're in an okay spot. That's so unfortunate. I guess Chandra finishes her off. Feels bad though. Using a different bot than you. And the bot times out people for too much caps, too much emojis. But I can't set it to timeout on demand. I have no, that's something that the MTGO bot person cooked up special just for us. Yeah, today was no changes in all formats day.
I won't forgive this.
Was in fact no changes in all formats day. Did I get to 12 wins in the event? I joined the event and conceded twice to people who could have some free wins because I don't need free cards. Yeah, I wanted the egg sleeve. All right, if their last couple cards aren't great, Questing Beast here could drag us across the finish line. Oh, it's so tempting to keep this, but I think there's a good chance our Questing Beast dies here. And if our Questing Beast dies, we need a card that's not that. Yeah, their agenda list seems neat. I think this card's unplayable. I don't know if they're playing this. I don't know if they're playing this in addition to. I don't know if they're playing this in addition to the Knight card, but if they're not, I would recommend that. Collision Colossus, Fervent Champion. Yep. So what are we doing here? I think I just start by attacking them and see where we go from there. They might just trade 2 for 1. All right, I'm gonna cast this. Oh no! Oh, I could have destroyed them. All right, well now we're not casting this Once Upon a Time because I really want to draw that one next turn. Really want to draw that one next turn. We have this plus this to mow down this Nissa. If they have a removal spell here, we're in a lot of trouble. But if they don't have a removal spell, we're going to Savage them next turn. Sure.
The land fights for us.
Haumph! Haumph! Alright, well we didn't hit the untapped red source we wanted to draw there, but it was still like an above average turn. I need a timeout after that tech. Gotta go dry yourself off. In. Yeah, I agree. This game's been kind of absurd, huh? Great. Unless they have shock, they're dead. Did we mold a 5 this game? Yeah, I think you're right. I think we did. That was sweet. Yeah, you're right. We did. Because I was thinking, I thought to myself, great, a mulligan to 5 on our last one. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with where we ended up at this. Like, I feel like those games did a good example of, like, showing why we want more lands in the deck. Just because while our curve is low, the deck is pretty mana hungry overall. Yeah, because, like, if you look at the curve like this, right? Like, we're mostly ones and twos. Like, this is like a 1-3 split card, but I think I like this. If you're looking for a sweet deck, this is, there's an earlier iteration of this deck on my website now, if you haven't seen it before. After I sign off today, I'm going to replace it with this 75. I think I was very, very happy with what's going on here. We have another sweet deck coming up next. We've got the Royal Knights, or Grixis Knights, or Grixis Aggro, or whatever you want to call it. Before we dive into this one, I am going to take a quick ad break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with this and more very soon. Thanks for